Yo, in this video, as you can tell, I want to talk about how to love your stutter and how to get fueled off your stutter, how to feel good when you stutter, how to feel energetic when you stutter, how to feel like it actually opens you up and doesn't repress you and hide you and make you want to run away to a corner and say, oh, man, why do I have a stutter? How to love your stutter. Alright, and before I get into this, just a quick little introduction. If you don't know who I am, my name is Gillis. I help people overcome their stutter the authentic way. Not through speech techniques, not through ear devices, not through any of that, but becoming the most authentic versions of themselves. So, let's get it started with a question I get asked all the time from my clients, and it's, Chase, like, when I stutter on purpose, I feel good. I feel energized. I feel great. Like, that judgment that I get, it fuels me. But when a real stutter comes, that's when I feel like shit. That's when I feel like all these negative emotions are rising. It's the strangest thing. And they ask me, like, how can I make it the same? Like, if I stutter on purpose, I feel good, versus when I actually stutter and I feel bad. How, like, what to do? I'm gonna loop this around and go full circle here, how this addresses you loving your stutter. But the main reason why that is because on one hand, you meant to stutter, alright? So let's get this really clear. On one hand, you meant to stutter. On the other hand, you didn't mean to stutter. So on this one hand, you purposefully stuttered. You meant to get judgment. You meant to feel embarrassment. You probably even still felt shame. You felt anxiety, but you meant to do that. You were in control of that. You purposely got that. But on the other hand, you didn't purposefully mean to stutter. You didn't mean to get the anxiety. You didn't mean to get the shame. You didn't mean to get the frustration. You didn't mean to get the embarrassment, but you still got it. What's the difference? The difference is in the intent. That's clear to see. But why you feel good here and you feel bad here is because you resisted feeling this way. You meant to feel this way, but you resisted stuttering here. You resisted it. And whatever resists persists. Same with the emotions. So when you got the anxiety, you pushed it away. When you got the embarrassment, you pushed it away. When you felt the shame, you pushed that all the way down. And it just persists and persists and persists, causing more and more and more to come. But if you've ever stuttered on purpose, or if you've ever done a comfort zone challenge, if you did push-ups in public, if you walked with your hands in the air, whatever it was, you'll realize you feel amazing after. You feel amazing after, but why? Why do you feel amazing and here you feel like shit? It's you still got the same judgment. You still got the same judgment. You still felt the same emotions. Why do you feel like shit on this hand? Because of your own ego. Because you're resisting it. Because you're saying, but I didn't mean to get it this time. This time I didn't mean to feel embarrassed. This time I didn't mean to feel ashamed. This time was actually important to me. It was an important situation and I still messed up. Damn. It's your own ego for you trying to put certainty in a world of uncertain. Take, for example, this world we live in. Who you are. If that confused you, what I just said, let me get laser clear here. Who you are, and inside of you right now is a model. There's a model right now of things that should happen and things that shouldn't happen. And anytime something outside of this model happens or does not happen when it should have happened, you feel triggered. You feel negative emotions. And so when you didn't mean to stutter, you in your little model, you were saying to yourself, I should not stutter right now. So when it does happen, you will get triggered. You'll feel a lot of negative emotions, and you'll feel shamed and down and hurt. But it's your own doing. It is 100% your own doing. You chose to feel that way. You put in your model that you should not stutter in this situation. And that's why it hurts you so much. But over here, when you meant to stutter, you said, I will stutter in this situation. So it didn't trigger you when you did. So it's really learning to release your ego. What your ego does is tries to make things certain. Tries to say, my way or the highway. If it doesn't happen this way, I'm going to resist it. Let go of that. Say whatever happens, happens, because this world is full of uncertainty. There's unlimited possibilities of things that can happen in this world, and for you to narrow it down to a specific little group of things that should happen and shouldn't happen is 100% your own doing. So that means it's also in your control to unravel that. So anytime you do stutter now, realize it's just hitting your model of that you created within yourself, and that's why you feel hurt. If you remove that model and say, if I stuttered, I stuttered. I still felt these emotions. That's okay, and you'll start to continually get closer and closer and closer to that power of stuttering on purpose, because what that process looks like for when you no longer feel so shamed, feel so hurt, feel so drained, feel like hiding every time you stutter. What that process looks like is diluting your resistance to stutter. And once you're okay and you said, it's okay if I stutter, all I have to do is show my best self. It's give value. Put my best self out there. And if I stutter, I stutter. Then all that pain goes away. And going full circle here, how you love your stutter is by going in that process. How you love your stutter is saying, it does not matter if I stutter or not. I'm going to be 100% authentic. I'm going to be 100% me. And if I stutter, all that is doing is signaling there's tension somewhere in my body. There's something I'm not letting go of. There's some kind of stress that has happened earlier or coming inside of me right now that I am still holding on to. And that stress will cause you to see situations a lot more stressful for what they are, so it'll cause you to stutter more and more and more. How you feel inside is how you experience the outside. So if you feel inside clogged with emotions of your last stutter, of anxiety, embarrassment, shame, frustration, you're going to see outside the world every scenario, every possibility of that could happen will be filmed through all this negative bullshit. So you'll be talking through a film of anxiety, of frustration, of shame, when if you would have let it go and you said, if I stutter, I stutter, that's okay. I'm still me. It doesn't control me. I still do the things I want to do. I still say the things I want to say. That's where all the power is. And it's a tough journey to go on, but once you embark on it, there's no going back. Once you heard this video and you heard the possibility of what you can be, there's no going back. And when you no longer say, I don't give a fuck if I stutter, I'm still going to be authentic to me, all the fear, all the anxiety of trying to avoid a stutter then goes. That's where all its power is. All the power, all the reason why you stutter so much is because you resist it so much. So learning to not resist it and learning to love it and saying it's just an indicator. It's just an indicator of how I feel right now. I mean, still do the things I want to do, still be a badass, and sure, I'll get an indication every once in a while, maybe a lot, depending on how I feel inside right now. You go through that process. But like I said, it's tough. It's tough. If you want my help, I'm right here. My DMs are always open. The comment section down below is always open. And it's what I do for a living. I help people overcome their stutter the authentic way. So if that's the path you want to follow, no judgment. If it's not, if you want to go learn a speech technique, then do that. But if you want to be the most authentic version of yourself, if you want to no longer hold back and be able to express your true authenticity, express the stories and the words and the jokes and everything that is true to you, the way you want to do it, then this is the path for you. So if you're interested, comment down below or DM me on Instagram at cgstutter, and we may be able to work together, just maybe. All right, I love you. Peace.